Stadium in Shreveport, Louisiana, Cox Sports Television is proud to present the 2005 Nokia Sugar Bowl. The Prep Classic presented by the Southern Quality Ford Dealers. Tonight, the top-seeded Bastrop Rams look to run the table against the third-seeded Breaux Tigers in the Class 4A State Championship. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Shreveport with Rob Mishmack. I'm Dennis McCain. A big crowd keeps pouring in from Breaux and from Bastrop.
And the last report is they are backed up for miles on I-20 East and I-20 West, so it's going to be a late arriving crowd, but already a huge crowd in the arena.
Well, the Breaux Tigers come out of South Louisiana.
And they're not used to this kind of weather. Bastrop might have a slight advantage being up in the northeast part of the state. They play a few games in this type of weather. We're freezing or below tonight, and as you can see, we're blowing frost up here in the press box, but this should be a great football game. Number 3 seed against number 1 seed.
Both teams have good quarterbacks. John Williams from Breaux.
Well, John Williams, the District 5-4A MVP, and as you see his stats right there, 18 touchdowns, 660 rushing, 641 through the air, and they'll need him tonight. He's an outstanding talent and a very heady quarterback. He runs the offense very, very well, but on defense, Dennis, you got to remember now, they're very young, but they play a 50 defense. They've done that for over 20 years, and they stuck with it. A lot of teams have made changes. Breaux has stuck with it. They make their first appearance ever in the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic.
Well, from way up in northeast Louisiana, the Bastrop Rams seeded number 1, and they've had, well, the town just going crazy as they are in Breaux.
Well, a huge pep rally last night. The weather, the inclement weather, moved it indoors. They couldn't fit them in, Dennis. They were looking for a TV camera where they could put people in other areas to watch it, but they had a huge pep rally in Bastrop last night. But I'm going to tell you, Dennis, they've got an excellent quarterback in Randall Mackey, and he is a load to handle, Dennis. 28 yards passing on the season. Look at that, 23 touchdowns. The interception to touchdown ratio, unbelievable. Only 4 INTs, Dennis. Both these teams have been tested in the playoffs last week. The last 2 weeks, the Bastrop Rams have been taken to the 4th quarter. Breaux had a couple of overtime efforts. One of those, their rival, St. Martinville. This is what you play for. Number 1 against number 3, and 2, I think, the 2 best teams in the state at any level, maybe including 5A.
We'll be back with more pregame activities exclusively on Cox Sports Television as the Breaux Tigers get ready to take on the Bastrop Rams. Welcome back, everybody, to Shreveport, Louisiana. The Breaux Tigers taking the field in Independence Stadium. Their opponent, the Bastrop Rams, with Rob Mishmack. I'm Dennis McCain. Rob, this is a great atmosphere as we get ready to go down to the field for the coin toss.
And while you're talking about the coin toss, let's go down and do it. Nick Small, the public address announcer.
Prep Classic.
This is going to be tails, this is going to be heads, okay? I'm going to flip the coin. Let it drop, okay? Your division team, I want you to call it first. What's your choice? You want heads. It is tails. You've got the option. You want the football right now. Which goal do y'all want to kick from? You want the scoreboard? Put your back on the scoreboard over there, boys. Turn around, face them, fellas.
All right, so the Bastrop Rams win the toss, and they want the football.
And a good coach. Look at Brad Bradshaw, what a program he has built at Bastrop. They've finally gotten here. They've been so close, especially the last several years. And Mike Mowai, they've stuck to it in Breaux for 22 years. And the Tigers have arrived in Shreveport in 2005. And the weather for this one tonight, well, we're below freezing, but the most important thing there is that the winds are calm. Last night, that was about 20 miles an hour out of the north. Wind chills 5 to 6 degrees here in Shreveport, but it's starting to get a little cloudy, and you know, anything that's going to fall to the ground when it's below 31 is not coming down watery, it's coming down solid.
All right, you are. The weather is certainly not keeping the fans away from Independence Stadium because people are still coming in. And let's go back to our PA announcer, Mitch Small.
Superintendent of Schools, Morehouse Parish.
Please bow for prayer. Father, we thank you, Lord, that you have brought us together at this point in time, Lord, for this momentous occasion, Lord, between these two great high schools. We ask that you look down, Lord, and send your hand of protection to be upon each and every player on both sides of the ball. We thank you for their lives and the dedication they've made to their particular high schools. We pray that there will be sportsmanship on both sides of the ball. We pray that everything will be done for your honor and glory. Also tonight, Father, we want to remember our troops, Lord, and ask that you be with them as they fight to keep our land a great place of freedom so we can have events such as this. We thank you, Lord, for that you brought us all here safely, and we pray that you will grant us traveling grace as we return to our respective places of residence. Again, we thank you for the LHSAA staff and for everyone involved in putting this on. And again, Father, we ask that this be a great game, one that's safe for all of our players, and we just thank you for this opportunity again to be here. In Jesus' name, amen.
Tonight's colors are being presented by the award-winning Bastrop High School Junior ROTC Color Guard. Please remain standing for the national anthem to be performed by Miss Tammy McKissick, wife of Bastrop Band Director Mr. Darren McKissick.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, these two cities have been waiting all week for the championship game, and it's just about here. We have some award ceremonies on the field, and then we'll have the kickoff.
Breaux Bridge has been waiting for it forever. Bastrop has not played for a state championship since 1940. They haven't won one since 1927, the year you were born.
The LHSAA is proud to have the Nokia
Plus about 30 or 35 years. So we'll go down to the awards.
Representing the Nokia Sugar
And
Bowl,
Commissioner
Mr.
Tommy
J.
Henry
Romig.
standing down in midfield, and you can just feel it in the air. These two teams, Rob, ready to play some football.
Oh, they are, and they've proven to be the best two teams in the state here towards the end. And let's go down to the field again. Mitch Small with some presentations to the principals and coaches of each school.
Principal Mr. Ronnie Dory.
Ronnie Dory, the outstanding principal at Breaux Bridge High School. Very dapperly planned tonight in the leather jacket.
Head coach Mike Mowad.
Mike Mowad, he's had some great football teams that have gotten very, very close, but they've never gotten to this level, and Probably one of his, if not his finest hour, Breaux High School's football program, certainly their finest hour.
And from Bastrop High School, Principal Mr. Tom Thrower.
Tom Thrower, principal at Bastrop High School. You know, he's proud of when he looks up at the stands, not just the players in the blue and the red and the white and the cheerleaders, but when you look up and see the community in full force from Bastrop.
And Bastrop head coach Brad Bradshaw.
Brad Bradshaw, and Dennis, it's a guy who has stuck with what he believed in to get here. And Brad said, you know, it's so gratifying to know that we believed what they've believed in for so long has finally worked. There was some criticism early,
LHSAA,
but the community has really supported the program the last several years, and it's paid off.
Nokia Sugar Bowl prep.
Well, let's meet the third member of our crew now as we check in with Tressie Leyendecker.
Tonight's matchup hosts the only undefeated team in this Nokia Prep Classic. Bastrop has gone 13-0 on the year and hoping to round out their season with a perfect record and a state title. Although Breaux only has one loss on the season, they went 8 games to finish out their year. Neither one of these teams has made an appearance in the Nokia Prep Classic. But one thing's for sure, one of them will walk away with a first-time appearance state championship.
Thank you, Tressie. We'll be looking forward to her reports all through the evening as the Bastrop Rams are taking the field, and you look at the Breaux bench and the anticipation of tonight's game, and the Tigers now are moving on to the playing field, and we're just about set to go. And Rob, both sides look equally full as both teams have brought just about the same amount of people.
The stadium seats upwards close to 60,000, and you'd have to figure there's the better part of 15 to 20 in the arena, wouldn't you, partner?
Yeah, absolutely. The Tigers will kick off to start the game. The opening kickoff brought to you by Nike.
Just do it. Well, let's just do it. Let's kick it off and see what happens on a below freezing 30 degrees at kickoff. No wind, but a little chance for rain.
Scott Dorr is kicking off for Breaux the Nike kickoff, and we are set to go. And there is an alley right up the middle and all the way to the end zone. Charging down the field with the ball is James Brown. Touchdown, Bastrop High School, 89 yards.
Whoa, Nelly. The hole opened up. The blocking was superb. No flags on the play. Rams strike quick as fireworks go off in the north end zone.
That's how you draw it up, and that's the way that you want to start a state championship. James Brown took it home. We saw him earlier in the year, and he can get it done for the Rams.
Some confusion with the ball boy. They can't kick the extra point without the pigskin. And there it comes.
John Carter is in the game for the Rams to try to make it 7 with the extra point. The snap is good, and his kick is good, and the Bastrop Rams off to a 7-0 lead over the Tigers.
Let's take another look at it. A short kick, and watch the hole. Right there. There's just nobody there. He's got one to beat. The kicker can't slow him down, and Mr. Brown is heading downtown. Coming right into your lazy boy. That move right there did it. Sprung him, and the rest, well, we'll let the replay show you.
12 seconds for the touchdown, 89 yards. And fireworks early on in the 4A state championship game. The Bastrop Rams undefeated on the season. And what a start for the Rams.
The first kickoff return for a touchdown since the Evangel 5A championship game 2 years ago in the New Orleans Superdome.
And that Evangel touchdown put them in the lead, but they didn't end up winning the game.
The Hahnville Tigers claimed the title in 2003. But that's in 5A. We're playing 4A football tonight. The 5A boys take the field tomorrow night.
Two of the best teams in 4A from around the country playing for the state championship. And Breaux Bridge has their deep man back right now in Chad Johnson. And John Carter is set to kick it off for Bastrop High School. He's waiting for the sign to kick it from the south. 40 will kick it from south to north, and here he comes. Chad Johnson picks it up and comes down the middle, and he's hit, and he yells his speed, and look out. Chad Johnson is running. He's down, but a big return out to the 47.5-yard line for the Bastrop Rams. He was chased down by Kendricks. Blake Kendricks got him, but a big return for the Tigers.
One more look at the 36-yard return by Brown. And if he breaks that one, he's still running. Johnson, check that.
John Williams, the quarterback for the Breaux Bridge Tigers, is going to hand off over to the left side, and DeMouche is running with the football and picking up about 4 on first down.
The big man up front, putting the beef behind it. LaMarcus Williams, 6'1", 285 pounds. That's a man.
Second down, they play it second down and 7 from the 48-yard line. And there he goes again as DeMouche is around the left side, and Breaux Bridge doing a good job opening up holes on their first possession.
Kentavious Alford got out to make the play on the mixed direction, and Alford, Dennis, a name that we'll be hearing for many, many years. Alfred, freshman for Bastrop.
Alfred and Tolbert make the stop. It's a first down for Breaux Bridge.
And the crowd is still filing into Independence Stadium.
First down Tigers. They play it from the 42-yard line. Williams has 2 backs in the backfield. They put a man in motion and hand it straight ahead in there, and not a lot of running room this time. Gain of maybe 1 on first down as they deal the ball to Calais, and Lee makes the tackle.
LeShedrick Lee, junior lineman, 280 pounds. There's some beef in the front of that Bastrop line. 280, 280 in the middle. Second down and 8.
Second down and 8 to go. Breaux Bridge all in white tonight, trimmed in maroon. And for the first time, Williams keeps the football, and that didn't fool Bastrop, as stepping in to shut it down was Coach.
Third down and 7. They're going to give him a yard as you get a good look inside the helmet of Alden Loach, the junior.
Rob, thus far, Breaux Bridge is favoring the short side of the field.
Well, that's what's called setting you up. You're going to turn the speed loose to the wide side here in a minute.
Only 1 back behind Williams. Williams wants to throw, and he throws it up in the air, and it's caught by Chad Johnson. Boy, Johnson's a good-looking football player. Coke was defending, but Johnson went up and got the football.
24 yards from Williams to Johnson, and he's a big target. just lays it out there for the big tight end, and he reaches up there and grabs it, and an injured Ram at midfield. One more look at it from ground level in the north end zone. The officials are going to take a timeout.
All right, well, we'll take a timeout also. We're off to a fast start in the 4A state championship game from Independence Stadium, exclusively on Cox Sports Television.
I am so tired of overpaying for health insurance.
Wow, I pay a lot less, and that covers me and my family.
If you're self-employed or an individual looking for affordable health insurance for yourself and your family, do what I did. Call the Mega Life and Health Insurance Company for a free quote.
I got individual attention from a licensed Mega agent who helped me tailor a plan to match my needs and was way more than affordable.
I got great coverage at a great rate, and I could choose my own doctor on my own or from the network.
Now get this. You're covered 24/7 whether you're on the job, at home, or anywhere in the world. So, do what I did.
Call the Mega Life and Health Insurance Company for your free quote. You have absolutely no obligation except the one to yourself, your family, and your business.
Call 1-800-826-7780 for your free Mega Affordable Health Insurance quote. Call 1-800-826-7780.
Welcome back, everybody. Our score, Bastrop 7, Breaux Bridge nothing.
We would like to thank these local corporate sponsors: Mulat's Cajun Restaurant in Breaux Bridge, Dale's Pawn Shop, also in Breaux Bridge, Henderson Tire Company in Henderson, Louisiana, Doug Ashy Building Materials in Breaux Bridge, Hebert's Supermarkets, also in Breaux Bridge, Maison de la Fleurs and Robert's Jewelry in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, Acadiana Pools, and Zim's Tire and Auto. Timeout, Bastrop.
So Bastrop calls a timeout as the injured Ram is leaving the field. James Brown, the young man who ran the kickoff, back for a touchdown.
Brad Bradshaw talking it over with his defense. While we've got a chance, let's thank these Bastrop area local sponsors: D&H Sports, Lee's City Drug, Simmons Sporting Goods, White Physical Therapy in Bastrop, International Paper, Louisiana Mill, Bennett Electric Company, Bastrop Furniture and Pawn and Loan, and Paradise, Louisiana, the award-winning Paradise, Louisiana with Mr. Joe Macalusa, Gary Risponi, and Don Dubuque, Thursday nights 10 p.m. and Sunday mornings at 7 a.m.
Two very fine communities who support their football teams. Bastrop has the early lead, but Breaux Bridge is driving as they play it from the 15-yard line of Bastrop High School.
Sixth play of the drive for 37 yards, and they burned off 3 minutes and 11 seconds.
Demouche, 1 yard, that's it. He's dropped after a gain of 1 on first down.
And another one of the big men, one of the biggest, if not the biggest man, Troy Brown, sophomore defensive lineman, 290, checking in the middle for Bastrop.
Yeah, they want to shut the inside of that line down, and
Brad Bradshaw, and
very intense as always.
7 district championships in his 9 years, and there were some doubters early, but they're not doubting him now.
Williams is keeping him, looking for somewhere to shoot through, but he won't find it. The entire middle was closed and stacked up and shut down by the Rams.
So the Ram defense puts the beef in the middle and stops them on 2 running attempts. 3rd down now and 8, and this is where you start moving Mr. Williams around. This is where the Michael Vick factor comes in. You got to contain. You don't want him to get outside. Probably going to move him around, see if they can't get him in some type of pass-run option. He's got his big tight end Johnson on the far side.
Demouche's in the backfield. Williams fakes to him, and Williams wants to throw it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Johnson came all the way across the field from 14 yards out. Touchdown Tigers, and they're an extra point away from knotting it up with 7:06 to go in the first quarter. And what they did is they kind of play action to one side. Watch here. There's your fake. He rolls to this side. If Johnson doesn't come open, he'll tuck that. But Johnson uses the size. And 8 plays, they're 1 point away from knotting it up at 7.
Chad Johnson, 6'3" and 215 at a senior, and he has had quite a game thus far for Breaux Bridge.
Flags
the extra
in
points
the end
still to
zone.
come.
Flag, sorry about that, partner.
That's all right, partner. Just this is exciting, isn't it? A
yes,
good
it
start.
is.
We're off to a good one.
Illegal substitution on the defense. Half the distance penalty. We've played the try.
We've been talking about this potential matchup all week, and so far nobody's disappointing us.
On that drive, Williams 2 for 2 for 38 yards and a touchdown. And Brad Bradshaw encouraging his special teams unit to make a play. And they do.
Yep, they do. They block it. And so Bastrop holds on to the lead. It was Duvall, Tiger Duvall, who blocked it. But Breaux Bridge gets on the board with 6. We're back for the 4A state championship game as we check in with Tressie Linedecker.
Thank you so much, Dennis. I'm down here with Jay Romig, who's a little cold right now. It's nippy down here on the field. Talk to us a little bit about Nokia's sponsorship of this Prep Classic.
It's one of our satellite sports that we're excited to be with. We're spread around the swimming, the volleyball, and the state volleyball, soccer, and this course championship football. And this is probably one of the ones we're most excited about. And it's great to be up here in Shreveport tonight. And it's not the Superdome weather, but it's nice. It's football weather.
Now, this one obviously moved from the Superdome down to Shreveport, but you guys have also another move that you're going to make for the Sugar Bowl.
We got a big move. We're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, January 2nd for the BCS Championship, the Sugar Bowl this year. We hope it's just for 1 year. We're going to do everything we can to get back into Louisiana next year, either at the Superdome or in Baton Rouge. But we're excited about that.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thanks for your sponsorship of this great event.
Thank you, Tess.
All right, guys.
Well, what a great job they do at the Nokia Sugar Bowl, and we've got a lot of friends that are members of that group.
Talk to our buddy Richard Smith down there, see if he can't come with 1 or 2 of them leather jackets.
So Bastrop goes on the offense for the first time, and Mackey is overthrowing a receiver who is falling down in Benton. Mackey has a good arm, doesn't he, Rob? He can take it long down the field.
Sophomore. You know, Dennis, we've seen 2.5 football games so far, this being the third of 5 state championship games we've played, and we've had 7 missed extra points. 4 of those were blocked. So the special teams have played a huge part in all the games here in Shreveport so far.
Mackey is back to get the direct snap, and he wants to run an option. He'll keep it, and Mackey will pick up about 3 as we get an injury update from Tressie Linedecker.
Well, guys, number 37, James Brown, limped off the field a couple of plays ago. They're actually taking him in for x-rays. Our fine staff at Christus Shumpert Health System is going to take him in for x-rays. They're going to determine whether it's bruised or not. His return to the game is questionable right now.
All right, thank you, Tressie. We certainly wish that young man the best. A gain of only about 1.5 yards on first down, and so Mackey will play it in the 27. Third down, he has an open receiver who catches the football. And a nice catch out there is going up to get it was Slive. Jordan was defending.
Mackey, just look at the poise. I mean, set, does everything right. Quick release, plants the feet. First down, Rams. 11 yards on the completion.
Well, we saw Silv earlier, Rob, when we were in Bastrop. He's a good receiver. And Mackey is back to get that direct snap again, and he'll hold on to it as a flag is being dropped, and then another flag comes flying in after a gain of 2.
Couple of infractions on this play is for the Breaux Bridge Tigers. Their fine cornerback, Dino Shea Draper, is limping, and he'll have to come out of the ball game. So Draper is injured. Coming in for him will be Todd Paul.
So the initial indication from Tommy Larison, our official.
We have a holding on the offense, and we have a 5-yard face mask on the defense. Offsetting fouls by rule. Replay, first down.
Yeah, so that's what he said, yeah.
So by rule, a 5-yard penalty offsets a 10-yard penalty. That's not really my definition of offset.
You think they ought to go 15 one way and 5 the other, huh? First down. We'll play it again as the penalties offset each other. Mackey's going to drop back to throw it again. He has some good receivers, and he fires it down the field, and it's caught, and there is a penalty marker being dropped as Silv once again catches the ball for Bastrop High School. Calais was covering for Breaux Bridge.
Silv can flat out get it. Mackey, defensive pass interference, they will decline that for sure.
Jordan was in the vicinity. Let's check out the call.
Defensive pass interference. Penalty's going to be declined. Result of the play, first down.
31 yards on the completion to Slive, and one more time we'll take a look at it. Can Mackey zip it in there, buddy?
He can, and he has some great receivers and a good arm, and he's just 15 right now. They'll hand it off. Give it in there to Adams. Brian Adams, and Adams will pick up a couple of yards on first down.
Adams with the Darth Vader look. You know what I'd like to have this week is I'd like to have the ticket, the take on these hand warmers. I mean, these things right here are all over the stadium, and whoever came up with this, I'm not sure how they make it happen, but it's like you just rub it around a little bit, and it's like a bunch of matches go off, and next thing you know, your hand's warm.
Mackey will flip it out to the right side. He'll get it out there and complete it as he gets the ball to Hatfield, but not a lot of room for Hatfield after he caught it, as Baptiste was out there for Breaux Bridge. Third down and 10 to go. 6 plays, 42 yards, and Bastrop's had the ball for 3 minutes, and we played the first quarter down to 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go.
Rams got a good looking drive going here.
Receivers all over the place for Bastrop. 3 out to the right and 2 to the left, and the pass is caught out there by Benton, and Benton has a Ram first down.
So the receivers for Bastrop doing a good job of getting off the line of scrimmage and getting into their routes. 17 yards to Benton.
Zinnon and Paul drag him down, but not before the Ram gets a first down at the 14-yard line. Bastrop in their Navy jerseys tonight, in their Navy headgear, and once again Breaux Bridge all in white. Mackey is handing the ball off and looking for somewhere to go out there. On the right side is the running back White. Nowhere to go. Zinnon stops him.
A lot of good pursuit that time by the Tiger defense. They played the 50. That's all they've ever played since Mike Mowat has been there. And a lot of defenses have come and a lot of defenses have gone, and a lot of people have tried different things, but they have stuck with what they believed in, and it got them here.
Nowhere to go at all, and Breaux Bridge had that play covered to start with. Back to the left side. The pass, and the Tigers are stepping up closer to the line of scrimmage. And nothing doing on the pass play either as Adams catches the football and Primo knocks him down.
So 3rd and long, and this is where you might want to watch Mr. Slive running that post pattern. I say Slive, you say Silv, I say 80 can play.
Yeah, everybody in the press box disagree maybe on the pronunciation there. We've heard a number of them from the fans as Mackey wants to throw it. Mackey's going to run it now. He's looking for somewhere to go. He's trying to get to the edge. He does to the 10-yard line, inside the 10 to the 9, but that's about 5 yards short of a first down.
Bastrop coaching staff wanted a late hit. They're not going to get that, and the field goal kicker's coming on. One more look at it. They had all the receivers heading to the end zone, and good coverage by Breaux Bridge, and Mackey decides to take it on his own and comes up a little bit short. 26-yard attempt.
For John Carter, the place kicker who is in the game to try it. His kick is up into the night sky and Shreveporting good. And so the Bastrop Rams up their lead to 10-6. They take the opening kickoff, run it all the way back, and then on their first possession, just an outstanding drive. And Carter shows a good leg.
Cox Sports Television is the exclusive home to the LHSAA Championships. We'll be back in the spring for boys and girls basketball championships as they take to the court. Also, don't miss the quarterly show, the LHSAA Report. The report recaps and looks ahead to all the LHSAA championships. That's the LHSAA Championships right here on Cox Sports Television.
All 5 championship games exclusively on Cox Sports Television as they have an outstanding agreement with the Louisiana High School Athletic Association. We hope that you and yours are having a happy holiday season and enjoying high school football in Louisiana, and we think the best high school football in America.
Well, I think we've proven that. We've had, what, 3 or 4 national championships run, one in the last 10 years in the state of Louisiana. West Monroe, a couple of those, Evangel. We've had some teams ranked in the top 20 nationally. John Curtis, many years ranked nationally.
And we've had many high school players over the years playing on Saturday, and
do you know who has
a lot of them on
most
Sunday
players in the nation per capita in the NFL?
Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Louisiana.
That limb's a pretty sturdy one, buddy.
It's out of bounds, and so Bastrop kicks it out of bounds, and walking over there to take a look at it was Dimoshe, but it was out, and so Breaux Bridge will start with good field position.
On the field goal drive, Mackey 5 out of 6 for 59 yards.
Kick out of bounds, kicking team. The Austin taking the 35-yard line. First down.
Well, we got a chance to visit both Breaux Bridge and Bastrop, and some pretty rough signs around the neighborhood and writing on all the windows.
A lot rougher than that sign we just saw right there.
All right, let's check in again with Tressie Leyendecker.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a little technical difficulty down here. I'm here with Mr. Kim Gaspard, a principal at Airline, but more importantly, on the executive committee of the LHSAA. You're one of the guys who listened to the proposals and made the decision to actually bring it here to Shreveport.
Yeah, yes, I am. We listened to a very fine proposal by Shreveport. Mr. Ken Ante and the mayor, Keith Hightower, came and presented it, and they did an awesome job, and have been working every way they can with the LHSAA to make this a very classy event, and I think that they're pulling it off real well.
They are. We've been here a couple of days, and they've done everything in their power to make us feel right at home here.
They want to fill a void. They know that the Dome is perhaps the best venue in the state. Now, it is, there's no doubt. But if we can't use the Dome, then they wanted to find a place for these kids to have a good experience.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, guys.
Thank you, Tressie, and our thank you to the very fine principal of Airline High School. Dimoshe has twisting and turning and moving the football to the 40-yard line, about 5 yards short of a first. So Breaux Bridge will play at 3rd down and 5.
And congratulations to Mr. Gaspard, as his daughter has wed. And I'm sure he can't wait for those bills to start coming in to pay for that. Of course, my years are coming as my daughter just, she's a teenager now, pardon. It's getting close.
That's the reason you have all boys. At the 40-yard line, Williams is throwing the football. He's trying to get it to his favorite receiver, and flag is coming in.
Well, it's going to be interference. Which way will it go? Bastrop says, well, that offensive guy shoved me, and the Breaux Bridge guy says, well, he didn't give me a chance to catch it.
Well, the initial indication is that it is against Breaux Bridge.
So they're going to say Johnson went over the back, and Mike Mowad. That's obviously a look of disbelief. One more look at it right here on the instant replay is lob it out, let him use his size, and
Pass interference on the offense. That's a 15-yard penalty and a loss of down. It will be 4th down.
15-yarder, and more than that, you don't even get another chance at it, as it's a loss of down. One more time, Johnson on the bottom of your screen. What they're going to say is that he initiated the contact. So that time, Bastrop gets the call as Tommy White was just blanketed on Johnson.
Dorr is standing back at his own 12-yard line. He'll step up and kick it from about the 15-yard line. It'll take a bounce and then is picked up. And James Brown is back in the game and running with the ball. He's out to the 38, the 39 yard line as a flag is being thrown.
35-yard punt, -5 on the return, and I think you can add 10 more to that.
Well, James just ran out of the locker room and straight on the field and got the punt.
I mean, is there any level of football from Saturday morning Pee-wee to mid-January in the Super Bowl that there's not a penalty on a kickoff or a punt return?
Seems like it happens very often. And so the penalty is walked off against Bastrop, and that'll put it back at the 29-yard line.
Is it that you just want to hit somebody?
Block in the back on a return team, 10-yard penalty will be 1st down.
Either a block in the back or a hole.
We can't end the quarter, so we'll have an untimed down.
We have an untimed down coming up as the penalty was on.
You know, the coaches
Bastrop,
are telling him
the clock ran out.
If you can see his number in the back, don't hit him. But you got to believe that the teams are being coached to maybe turn there at the last minute to make it look like you're getting hit in the back, because there's just not that many teams. What is there, 30-something teams in the NFL? There's probably a better part of 250 playing college football, and I couldn't tell you how many thousands of them playing high school football, and you see it almost on every punt or kickoff return. You see a flag.
Well, the action is good on a punt or a kickoff, and oftentimes you just, on occasions, don't mean to do it. And then a long pass down the field is caught. Touchdown coming for Bastrop again as they get the ball to Benton, their fine receiver. Touchdown, Bastrop Rams, 71 yards.
How pretty was that? Mackey said, I'm going to throw it up. And Mr. Benton, you go get it. And that's exactly what he did. The burst of speed he showed between the 40 and the 30-yard line was something.
Laid up perfectly for Benton, who takes it home, and the Bastrop Rams up their lead to 16-6. Here's the extra point attempt by Carter. It's good. Our new score: the Rams 17, the Tigers 6. let you see Benton take it home. Welcome back, everybody. 17-6 Bastrop.
Well, let's take a minute to thank some of these fine local sponsors helping us out with tonight's ball game. Mulat's Cajun Restaurant, Dale's Pawn Shop, Henderson Tire Shop, Doug Ashy Building Materials, Hebert's Supermarket, Maison de la Fleurs, Robert's Jewelry, Acadiana Pools, and Zim's Tire and Auto. All of these sponsors from the Robridge, Henderson area. And from the Bastrop area up in the northeast part of the state, let's thank D&H Sports, Lee City Drugs, Simmons Sporting Goods, Weed Physical Therapy of Bastrop, International Paper, Louisiana Mill, Bennett Electric Company, Bastrop Furniture and Pawn, and the award-winning Paradise, Louisiana with Mr. Joe Macalusa. Don Dubuque and Gary Risponi Thursday nights at 10 p.m. and Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. The scoring drive, one play, 71 yards on an untimed down, so you score with no time. Don't know if I've ever seen that happen before.
And so Bastrop kicks it the other way. Dimochet has it, and he is getting behind a wedge in the middle, and a nice return out to the 38-yard line in good field position for Breaux Bridge.
So the Tigers, 32-yard return, will go to work from their own 39-yard line. Mike Moad having a cold Friday night conversation with Frederick Zenon.
Williams is keeping the ball straight up the middle, and he'll get 5 on first down as it opens up for Williams right in the middle of the field, and John Williams lugged the football and charged in the middle for 5.
And Williams gets up limping. 1,300 yards of offense for that young man. About even, right at 650 through the air, 650 on the ground. He's your District 5 4A MVP on offense.
2 men in the backfield, and Williams is being chased by a ram, and the ball is incomplete as our referee Tommy Larison says that the arm was going forward.
Brought the heat that time. LaMarcus Williams. Got him at the end, but the first guy to get there was Alden Loach. Good look at Alden right there.
All right, we play it now, 3rd down and 5.
Breaux Bridge, 2 out of 2. They got a 3rd and 5 here.
Williams to throw. Williams puts the ball in the air and incomplete. Trying to get it to Dimochet. Draper Dimochet was trying to come back and get the football. It falls incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down and punting down, but there is a flag, and let's check it out.
Illegal motion on the offense. Penalty's going to be declined. 4th down.
Well, Bastrop doesn't want the 5 yards because it's 4th and 5, and so Breaux Bridge will punt it. Scott Dorr will stand back at his own 30-yard line. Bastrop's not putting a man back. Dorr kicks it, and that one can roll a long way if it hits and takes a Breaux Bridge bounce, and it does inside the 5, and touchdown at the 3. So that turned out very, very well for Breaux Bridge as we go downstairs to Tressie Line-Deckard.
Guys, Breaux Bridge has a trophy, actually a statue that has 3 balls on it. And each team member, as they come out of the tunnel, take turns touching the statue. I got a chance to talk to some of the coaches and ask them what the statue represented. And he said several years ago, a Booster Club member passed away, and they started with one ball. In 1997, a player actually passed away in a car wreck, and that came up with the second ball. And the third and final ball was last year when one of their players, after watching film, got killed in a car accident. So it's a significant trophy that means a lot to this team. Guys?
All right, thank you, Trusty. And they do that before every game.
Yeah, they certainly do. And that time, that was well defensed on the outside by Breaux Bridge as Jared Baptiste came up to make the stop. They're not going to get anything. Actually, looks like they might lose a yard.
Tommy White caught it for Bastrop, but Bastrop has myriad receivers on the field, and they can all get it done, and Mackey can deliver the football to them.
And that man right there is only 15 years old and a sophomore.
5 receivers, now 4 as Mackey is keeping the ball, and it opens up for him, and Mackey is at the 20. Mackey's at the 23.
First down for the Rams, and well, Mackey makes a couple of good moves of his own. Little play fake there. 17 yards and a first down for the fine quarterback for the Bastrop Rams.
End over end for Mackey out to the 23. The Bastrop Rams seated number 1 in 4A. So there's a flag on the field, and we'll check it out again as check in with our white hat.
Encroachment on the offense. Audio penalty. You'll replay it down.
Five yards, the penalty against Bastrop. And that will set up a first down, but now first down and 15. Mackey is standing back in the shotgun. He has one man back there with him, puts another one in motion, and now Mackey is scrambling, and Mackey is throwing, and he threw it right on the money as he gets it to Hatfield. And on the move, Mackey put that one right where he needed to put it. Defending was Jordan.
Cannot teach that. That is athletic ability, and Mackey should have been down a couple of times, but instead he launches one on the money, on the run, being hit for 34 yards and a first down for the Rams. So I guess as he matures and grows, they'll start calling it the Mackey factor.
Well, Mackey anticipated where Jordan was going and handed to Jordan. He looked for some open space, ran back to the middle of the field, and Mackey threw it perfectly, and Jordan caught it as Bastrop goes back and plays it on first down, and Bradshaw is running with the ball and getting maybe 2 yards on first down. Primo is tackling for Breaux Bridge.
So a second down and 8. 8 out of 9 for a $164 and a touchdown. And I don't think your quarterback rating can be much better than that, can it?
A very accurate arm, a good runner, and just an all-around good quarterback. And as you mentioned, Rob, only 15 years old. Once again, the direct snap. But a couple of receivers that he could have gone to that time, and he chose to get the ball to Hatfield. Jordan tackles as Hatfield moves the ball to the 40-yard line. That's about 2 yards short of a first.
Down around the hip, he's got the play card. As you see him check down, and match up whatever signal he got from the sideline with what he's got on his belt, and we're about to see what they call. Look at that average yards per play.
Mackey on the reverse. Didn't fool Breaux Bridge initially. There's a flag down. And down in the backfield is White.
Very well defensed. Everybody stayed at home on the far side. And look at the big guy getting up off the bottom. You're not going to be able to do that in his house. Chris Joseph.
Holding, offense, penalties decline, 4th down.
So 4th down and 5, and don't be too sure that Mr. Mackey and the offense are coming off the field here. They refused the penalty. And now they decide to punt it.
Carter comes into the game to kick it, to punt it away for the Bastrop Rams as they put a couple of Rams way out to the right side. Everybody else is in tight, and Carter kicks it, rolls down to the 1, and is knocked back at the 1-yard line, touched at the 1, and then recovered at about the 3-yard line. So they'll spot it where the ball ends up. 42 yards on the punt. The Rams better of it right now. Well, punting can be a big part of a football game, and that time it was for Bastrop as they pinned Breaux Bridge back to the 3, and then Williams has to fall on the ball at the 2.
Well, Williams chose to fall on that. He mishandled the snap, and instead of trying to pick it up and make something happen, which could have gotten really dangerous, just fell on it. And although he lost a yard, he didn't lose the football, and he didn't give up any points. And that's a very heady play by Williams.
Breaux Bridge had a tough task having to go to Monroe last week to play Neville, and they Neville. The ball is loose. Touchdown, Bastrop High School. Picking the ball up to the end zone is Randall. Aaron Randall scores for the Rams.
Linebacker came through, picked it up on one hop, and Bastrop's defense just came up huge, and the Rams have bolted out to a 17-point lead. Got it done with the defense. The guy that jarred it free was Kentravius Aubrey. Got his big paw in there, and the Ram defense is checking out the scoreboard.
Randall got the football, and it opened up for him. The extra point is coming by Carter. It's in the air, and it is good. And Bastrop with a big lead in the 4A state championship game at 24-6 as we look at it one more time.
You win championships with defense, and the Rams are off to a good start. Even though the Hornets have temporarily relocated to Oklahoma City, Cox Sports Television is still the exclusive home for all your Hornets needs. Get Hornets TV plus all of their other programming at www.coxsportstv.com. That's Hornets basketball right here on the exclusive home for the Hornets, CST. Well, they've done it every way they can do it, Dennis. Bastrop has scored on offense, defense, and special teams.
Well, they have a good all-around team, and we thought that. We did the pairing show, and that night we had them as the #1 seed. We saw them earlier in the season, and they looked like a complete football team.
We actually had them on the CST Live Game of the Week back in week 5, and they beat a very, very talented Ruston team, a 5A Ruston Bearcat team, and beat them pretty handily.
Carter is kicking off. And Johnson is running the kickoff back. I like Johnson out to the 44-yard line. He's a big man and a good one. 22 yards on the return. Tolbert on the hit. The tackle for Bastrop, and it looks like Johnson is limping a little as he exits the field.
Johnson holding his left, just under his left knee. And a new quarterback in the game for Breaux Bridge. Number 10.
Broussard. Ryan Broussard, 5'10", a junior. 165 in at quarterback for the Tigers, and handing off in there and giving it to Todd Paul, the senior. And Paul hustles for 5 yards.
Ryan Broussard gets his first action of the night at quarterback, the junior. 5'10", 165 for Breaux Bridge.
Second down, 5 to go. See what Broussard is going to do here. He's going to hand it off. Whoa, hit.
Whoa, Nelly.
Smack as Paul is hissed in the middle of the line and hit hard that time by Alford. Alford is a textbook tackler. Let's listen to the tackle by Alford.
That's a good form tackle right there. And Alfred gets up with a little swagger. Kind of seems like Breaux Bridge lost their edge on the untimed 71-yard touchdown pass to Benton, as they've been reeling since that point, and they got a 3rd and 4 here, and they're going to take a timeout.
All right, the Tigers take a timeout. Right now it's going the way of the Bastrop Rams. We're coming back on Cox Sports Television. 4:10 to go in the first half.
The LHSAA would like to thank these Shreveport area sponsors for making this event possible: Southwestern Electric Power Company, Christus Schumpert Health System, Allied Waste in the city of Shreveport.
Broussard very quickly brings his team out and pitches the ball to Demouche, and Demouche has a first down. First down, Tigers at the 43-yard line of the Bastrop Rams.
Snapped that football very quickly. May have been trying to catch him a little bit off guard, get the defense shifting, but Bastrop able to make the play. 1st and 10, though, for the Breaux Bridge Tigers.
From the 43-yard line, the handoff is on the right side, and the hole closes very, very quickly as Alden Koch comes in there and sticks the ball carrier for a loss of 1.
Checking the wristband, making the calls. 2nd down and 11 now for Breaux Bridge. Time of possession, a deadlock. With the average yards per play, Bastrop 11.3, Breaux Bridge 3.8.
Broussard throws it out to the right side, and he hits his receiver, Guidry. Logan Guidry, the senior.
Breaux Bridge located just to the east of Lafayette, Louisiana, just south of I-10. And Bastrop located to the north, due north of Monroe, Louisiana, up above I-20, getting close to the Arkansas state line.
Third down as a flag comes in.
They'll blow that one dead. Was a 3rd and 3.
False start. Offense. Replay. 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and 8 now.
Third down and just about 9 yards to go for Breaux Bridge. That changes the situation a bit. Tigers
penalties, 2 for 20, 3 for 17 so far in this one with 2:50 to go in the first half.
Bastrop plays the receivers, the wide receivers very close. And they try to get it to Johnson, and it's overthrown by Broussard.
Pretty good pop on the quarterback there as he tried to get rid of it. Now 4th and 9. 2:44 to go, 2:46 to go in the first half. Class 4A championship game here in Shreveport.
The Breaux Bridge will punt it away. Don't want to give Bastrop good field position in the first half, and so the Tigers will punt it. And now the Bastrop Rams call timeout. And we'll take it with them. Breaux Bridge getting ready to punt it to the Rams on Cox Sports Television. Welcome back, everybody. Our score right now, 24-6 Rams.
The LHSAA would like to thank Boudreaux's Athletics of Opelousas for providing the sideline heaters and Wendy's for sponsoring those heaters. And there it is. There's the old 170T model there, buddy. Like to have one of those later on this evening in the hotel room. There's another one, and they got heat being pumped in all over the place. Boudreaux's Athletics and Wendy's, thank you so much.
Breaux Bridge punts it. And it's going to be fielded by Brown. Brown's looking for somewhere to go, and he's still dancing around, but a Tiger has him by the foot there, and the Tiger that got him was Jordan.
32-yard punt, 12-yard return. Good to see him back in the game as the injury had him out for a pretty good part of the first quarter. The LHSAA would also like to thank Mayor Keith Hightower, the city of Shreveport, and the many volunteers for hosting the 2005 State Football Championships. They've done an outstanding job and didn't have a whole lot of time to put it together after Katrina came blowing through.
And we've all been eating pretty well this week, thanks to the city of Shreveport. Mackey has 2.5 minutes to see what he can do right here, and he'll just flip it out to Benton on first down. And Benton has a nice gain for the Rams.
Always coaching. Can't tell him enough, huh, partner?
No, you're right. And well, we've never seen the Bastrop coaching staff when they're not just intense and telling the players exactly what to do.
The ball looked like it was mismarked by about a yard, so the officials step in and reset it.
That'll make it second down and 3 to go. The handoff is in the middle, and slashing with the ball for a first down goes Rick Kastner, the tailback. That's a Ram first down. It will stop the clock with 2:17 to go until half.
Mackey just stuck it in his gut, and he followed his blockers and picked up a first down. Our crew out of the Hammond crew, officiating crew out of the Hammond area.
Bastrop plays it first down and 10 from the 42, and it's Mackey who wants to throw it, and he throws it too high and incomplete. Tried to get it that time to Sill, but it was too high and incomplete.
Incomplete will stop the clock, and look at those stats. 10 out of 12 for 178, only his second incompletion of the night. Our referee, Tommy Larison, umpire Frankie Jones, head linesman Donald Lanier, line judge Steve Morals, back judge Ted DeSell, field judge Jared Gervasi, clock operator Kenny Husser, and the 25-second clock, Mr. Jimmy Collins.
Mackey's going to put it up again, and he throws it perfectly and completes it. And one man got the receiver, and the ball bounces out, and Bastrop gets it back. The throw to Silv. Silv was running. He fumbled the football, and Bastrop had a good chance to get it back, and they did, as they had a man right on the scene down there, and it was McKinney.
What was the big guy doing down there? 65 came up from the bottom, and Silv is hurt. But 265, Mr. McKinney. That big man was moving to get down there. That's a bunch of speed. That's a bunch of defensive backs and wide receivers, and big 65 comes out of there with it.
An injury to one of the Rams, and when you ask the question, why follow a completed pass if you're an offensive lineman, well, there it is. A big recovery for Bastrop High School as Mackey is flipping the ball incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Hatfield, but it's incomplete.
Stop the clock with 1:23 to go.
Bastrop has one timeout left, but a lot of time when you can strike as fast as the Rams can. Three receivers are moving out to the left side, and the Rams will put two out to the right, and then they'll put one of the men to the left in motion and hand it to him. And that time it was Recaster again in the middle of the field. The clock continues to run as Recaster is picking up about 5 yards on first down.
Dennis,
maybe 6.
I think it's paramount that the Breaux Bridge defense is going to stop here. You certainly can't give them any more momentum. You see this drive, they've picked it up in chunks, 52 yards and only a 1:20 off the clock, but you don't want to give them anything else going into the locker room.
They're finishing up the clock, and they have a nice drive going, and it's complete. Complete that time to Benton. And I think they're saying this forward progress was inbound, so the clock continues to run, and it goes down to 32 seconds.
Well, they're going to have to stop it. If they're not going to measure. They actually move the football back, so the clock will continue to run, and it's going to be 4th down and a yard for Bastrop.
Well, a first down will stop the clock, and now Bastrop says, let's just stop it and talk about the situation with 21 seconds to go in the first half. A first half that was played just about as perfect as you can play it by a football team. And Bastrop was the team that played it that way.
Well, they don't have any timeouts left. They've got a pretty good field goal kicker. You got to believe that this is in his range. The wind, if there is one, is blowing out of the north, so it's behind him. They may think about the field goal, which would give them a 3-touchdown lead. And they've got a good one in John Carter.
Carter does it all. He's the place kicker, the kickoff man, and the punter.
Well, the thing is you hate to put it up here on 4th and 1. It's such a short game. You probably run and get the first down. That will stop the clock till the chains are marked. Then you probably have to go to spiking it. Then you're going to be left with somewhere around, I would have to guess, 12 to 15 seconds. And then you've got a couple of shots in the end zone. And then maybe if you get an incomplete at the right time, you still get a shot at a field goal. Because you can actually kick the field goal on any down. But the clock will have to be stopped, and they can't stop it again with any timeouts.
Mackey is standing in the shotgun, and he's handing off, trying to get the first down, and they do get the first down. That will stop the clock as they give it to Recaster again. So they put Recaster out there in the slot and then bring him back in motion. And 15 seconds, and the official will roll it, and it goes to 13. And just as you predicted, Rob, the spike by Mackey, and we have 12 seconds to go, and a chance maybe for a couple of plays before the field goal attempt if they have to do it.
You certainly want this to go to the sidelines or in the end zone, and you don't want to take a sack. That's the three things that have to happen here.
Anything And the field of play short of a first down will end the first half. So the Rams break out and they put two receivers way out to the left. And Mackey wants to throw it. And he fires it to the end zone. A big jump ball in the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Nearly intercepted. Well covered by the Tigers. And almost coming down with it was Draper. Threw into triple coverage, but Draper nearly got him one, and it'd have been a big one.
And that's half of the clock as 12 seconds on the clock becomes 6. And no sign of bringing in Carter right now as Mackey will try to probably take it to the end zone.
11th play of the drive, and
so will the half end on a big play for Bastrop. Incomplete as it hits the ground. There's a flag as they try to get it to White. A flag in the backfield.
if this is on the defense, Carter will get a shot at a field goal.
Well, it was thrown in the backfield, back where Mackey was throwing the football.
This is the big call.
Well, Carter's coming on the field, and let's check out the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. Half the distance penalty. We have one on time down before the half ends.
So they could get their 10th point on untimed downs. It happened at the end of the first quarter, and here we go again. I'd never seen it happen. I might see it happen twice in 45 minutes.
Carter,
25-yarder.
will try it from the 15. That'll make it a 25-yard field goal as Carter is set to step up, and Carter puts a foot into it, and he has it straight and through and good, and 3 more points for the Bastrop Rams as the first half comes to an end, and a half that was dominated by a very good football team from Bastrop, Louisiana, the Bastrop Rams. And let's take it down to Tressie Landecker.
Coach Bradshaw, you've got to be happy with your team's performance in the first half. They've scored on all aspects of the game, offense, defense, and special teams.
Well, we're proud of the way we're playing right now. Other than the first series on defense, we've done an outstanding job.
Well, good luck to you and your team in the second half.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys.
Well, he has to be happy, Rob, with the performance of his team because it looked pretty good in the first half. All right, let's break it, and we'll come back for halftime festivities in just a moment.
Got him, yeah, right there. Just rolled right over the top. He's up, walking off, and give him a play on the sidelines. He'll be back in there.
10:30 to go, and Bastrop has the ball back and wanting to make a few first downs right here as Mackey is going back in the shotgun position. He'll get the direct snap, and he'll hand it off over to the left side and give it away there to Bradshaw, who last time he got it took it home, and Bradshaw is running with the football and out of bounds about the 35, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding, offense, still play first down. 20.
So negate the yardage, and they'll walk backwards.
And so we'll play it first down and 20. Bastrop will, once again, one running back in the backfield. He's back there with Mackey, and Mackey's taking a handoff and keeping the football, and he'll get 9 of the 10 yards back. As Baptiste is tackling and shutting down the action, but Mackey faked the handoff and then kept it straight up the middle of the field.
So they get some of it back. Second down and long, and they got everybody up.
Second down and just over 10 to go. Mackey's going to fake the handoff. It's a safe thing to do, and Mackey keeps it and goes out to the 29-yard line. They spotted at the 28, and Frederick Zenon.
And Zenon is the younger brother of Justin Zenon, the fine defensive back at LSU who prepped at Breaux High School.
That's a fun place to play football in Breaux, and as I mentioned, a lot of good teams in that district. We were in St. Martinville earlier in the year, and of course St. Thomas More and a number of other teams that play pretty good football over in that district.
Of course, Breaux beat St. Martinville in the playoffs in double overtime.
Over the middle and complete that time to Benton, who is back in the football game, just as you predicted. Tackling in there was Demoshe.
Benton doesn't look like he's got a gimp in the gait here. Just comes right over the middle and a little spin move at the end there and picks up the first down.
Bastrop advances the ball to the 44-yard line. A big night for Mackey.
It's been a big year for that young man.
From the 44, Mackey is going to get that direct snap and watch the clock. At the same time, he'll hand it off to Bradshaw out to the right side. Bradshaw is pulled down, and as Baptiste runs him down. But the important thing now is just keep the clock moving.
And they do with 7:37 to go. A lot of smiles on that sideline. They were tested, partner. They were down last week and down pretty big to Ouachita and came back and won that one by a touchdown. St. Thomas More gave them fits in an earlier round.
It's opening up for Mackey back to the inside. Mackey is twisting and slashing and spinning and picking up a first down. Zenon again on the tackle. But a good job following his blockers by Mackey.
Bunch of blue shirts out in front of him, and he just picks his spot right there. 19 yards on the gain by Mackey. Mackey now with 53 yards on 9 carries. $279 total yards of offense for that young man.
Mackey is faking a handoff and then handing off out to the right side to White. And White has a nice gain as Solomon tackles, and we go down to Tressie Linedecker.
Guys, I'm down here with Mona Swallow, Mrs. Louisiana. The title has got to keep you busy. Tell us some of the things you do throughout the year.
Well, let me give you what we're doing next week. I leave here, and on Sunday I head to the Nutcracker in Lafayette, and then on Tuesday you'll find me at Chick-fil-A, which is family night. Then on Thursday you'll find me helping with Toys for Tots, and then on Saturday I head to New Orleans and I go do Habitat for Humanity, some cleanup work.
Now again, you're no stranger to the sidelines in football. Your husband is actually a coach.
He is. He's a track coach actually for Sacred Heart High School in Ville Platte.
All right, well, Mona, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Well,
guys.
Mona very busy, and I guess there you take a vote at home of who's got the best bonnet.
That's right.
I mean,
you need a bonnet as cold as it is in Shreveport, and nice to have Mrs. Louisiana with us. at the 21-yard line.
Well, we had Mrs. Louisiana here, and we had Miss Louisiana back in the regular season, and all we need is Miss Teen Louisiana, and we'll run the gambit.
Mackey is making a handoff. He'll keep it again, try to get to the outside. He won't make it, and the ball's on the ground, but down as Baptiste comes in.
Well, you see there's the bonnets. Now, do you like the Russian look? That's to the left. You see, that's like one of those Russian, what do they call them? Capos? What is it called? And then over to the right there, I'm not sure what that is. It's like a mauve or a pink colored, maybe like a shag carpet.
At the 25. At the 25, 4 minutes and 49 seconds to go as Bastrop is, well, they're going to have a lifetime of memories after this one as they're trying to win the state championship. Incomplete. Mackey that time had White, and White looked open, but the ball was thrown incomplete.
You see, the hat, it doesn't matter because that's two beautiful ladies. I mean, that's Mrs. Louisiana, and that's the Tressie Leindecker.
And I agree. And we're glad to have both of them.
You're just a man of many words, aren't you?
Well, I'm a man who is watching the state championship being won by Bastrop High School and watching them run off the last 4:36 as their viewers back in Bastrop excited all week about this contest, and no doubt in their mind that they were going to win it. And of course, the enthusiasm equal down in Breaux Bridge. Over the middle, the pass is caught for a touchdown. Wide open, the receiver in the middle of the field. Hatfield is the Ram who catches it.
25 yards out, and if there was any doubt, put that to rest. Mackey right down the middle. And the Rams, they're not partying back in Bastrop because there's nobody there. They're all here in Shreveport.
Well, we suggested to both communities they might want to hire the police force from another city to watch theirs as they come to Shreveport, and they have come in big numbers. The extra point is good by Carter. Then our new score, the Bastrop Rams 41, the Tigers of Breaux Bridge 12. We're back at Independence Stadium in Shreveport as we check in once again with Tressie Leindecker.
I'm down here on the field with Mr. Greg Waddell, owner of Ponchatoula Ford, as well as on the board of Southern Quality Ford.
Yes, ma'am. It's Gateway Ford in Ponchatoula.
Okay.
I wanted to fix that.
Tell us about your sponsorship here for the Nokia Prep Classic.
Well, the Southern Quality Ford Dealers has been involved with LHSAA probably for the last 8 years, and it's been a great experience for us. We're always as excited as we can be to be involved with anything to do with high school sports in the state. I think it's really good for us and for the kids.
Now, you're also the sponsor of the poster contest.
Yes, we are. We've been sponsoring the high school poster contest for the last 5 or 6 years, and it's been a big success. We have several entries every year. It's just the last couple of years we've had the same high school win in Pineville High School, which is just a coincidence, but it's been a really good event for us, and it really gets the kids involved.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Waddell.
Well, I'm certainly glad to be here. Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right, thank you, Tressie. Johnson calls the fair catch. Breaux Bridge will get it at the 24-yard line. Just a week-long series of activities. The state championships being played in Shreveport, Louisiana. Of course, Hurricane Katrina came in and devastated New Orleans, and what great memories we have as 24 state championships were played in the Louisiana Superdome, and this year forced to move to Shreveport, and Shreveport has responded. Not much in the middle as Breaux Bridge hands it off in there and gives it to Casey Champagne.
And the number ones are coming out to a roar as the Bastrop fans salute their number one ranked defense. .355 to go.
pitch is in the air and control that time as it almost got loose, but Paul was able to hold it, and a flag comes flying in.
Well, you get to see Bastrop tonight. You get to see the West Monroe Rebels tomorrow night, and that's Class 4A and Class 5A. And partner, you turn the tables on you a little bit and do a little play-by-play here and let you do a little color.
Foul, face mask, defense,
well, you know,
15-yard penalty.
The Bastrop Rams and West Monroe representing that area, and the newspapers around Monroe full of articles about the two teams representing Northeast Louisiana.
And a couple of articles, and you see right there the grabbing of the face mask has got a pretty good piece of metal there, but a lot of people starting to think now, can Bastrop and West Monroe, what would happen if they hooked it up?
The handoff is in the middle and a gain of a few, but I think that's a first down for Breaux Bridge. You want to call a couple of plays?
Nah.
Come on, call a couple. Lee is tackling in there for Bastrop High School. And the clock gets ticking away, and it's coming up 3 minutes between Bastrop High School and the state championship of
Young
Louisiana.
gentleman last night at the lobby at the hotel put on a little Dennis McCain impromptu for us as he barked out a couple of McCain play-by-play calls. Thought he did a pretty good job.
He did, and you know, it's really nice to run into people all over the state who watch our telecast each and every week. Up the middle and a gain of about 3. Owens in the game, tackling for Bastrop High School.
Face mask, defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So the clock continues to run, and it goes down to 2 minutes and 38 seconds, and another ninth grader in the game on the tackle for Bastrop High School. Broussard is throwing, and incomplete. He overthrew his intended receiver. He had Baptiste.
Nice look coming right at you. Field level. Overthrown and
tried to get it to Gedry.
2nd and 2. Breaux Bridge Tigers. How successful have they been? Boy, I mean, every year deep in the playoffs, you see Breaux Bridge out there hanging around. And this year they cracked through for the first time ever the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic. And that's a young football team too, buddy.
Broussard is handing off, and a flag is being thrown. Both these teams with a lot of youth on it.
You could be seeing these two for quite a while. You can book it. No, Breaux Bridge is going to be back, and it's not going to be 64 years before Bastrop is back.
We had a whistle from the stands, so we're going to replay 2nd down.
Tell you to put that whistle away.
2nd down and 3 as a whistle from the stand. But, you know, we could hear that whistle very clearly.
I've heard it all night long.
My goodness. 2nd down, 3 to go. The handoff is good for a first down as they hand it to Paul. And Carr is tackling again for Bastrop High School.
Tonight's attendance for this game just under 10,000, and well, that's pretty confident when you got when you're holding that in your hand.
I bet you can figure out where those hats came from too in Bastrop.
Bet you I could. D&H.
First down for Breaux Bridge, and a gain of 1 as the clock is ticking down to 1:20.
They are going to be celebrating north of Monroe tonight, just a little northeast of Sterlington, up in Bastrop, as they make the trek back to Bastrop.
So Coach Bradshaw says, guys, now you've earned it. I'm going to put the hat on.
Now it's going on, and I'll be willing to bet you if we keep the camera on him, we're going to get a smile. It's coming, and so is the Gatorade, and so is the championship rings, the banners, and everything else that goes with it.
And his defense recovers.
And tomorrow they'll say, okay, what about next year, Coach? Can we go back to back?
So the Rams recover a fumble, and Coach Bradshaw puts the hat on.
And I can bet you that nobody on that bench put it on till he put it on, I promise you.
They were holding them, but they weren't about
They wanted to put them on.
A state champs.
5th fumble of the night for Breaux.
Mackey.
Well, partner, for
quarterback in the game is number 10, Rowles.
Rowles started early in the season, and he's going to take the last snap of a championship season for Bastrop. And partner, it's been 65 years since they played for one, 78 years since they won one, but forget about those dates. 2005 is the new date for Bastrop Ram football. 4A state champions. They'll count it down from 10.
And they're not going to have to center it again. And a lot of the Rams fans in those hunting outfits from Simmons in Bastrop, as the clock ticks down to 0, and the Bastrop Rams are the 4A state champions of Louisiana.
They put on a show. Brad Bradshaw, the first one out there to tell the Breaux Tigers, good game, guys. And they have been #1 pretty much the whole year, buddy. They, wire to wire, they were pretty salty for 15 weeks.
The team to beat all year long, Rob, that's what we kept hearing. And they certainly look good to us every time we saw them.
They're still the team to beat because they just wrapped it up 14-0.
And the only undefeated team in the state championship games. They stay undefeated, and they'll bring the state championship trophy home to Northeast.
Well, partner, there's one thing. There's one more thing to that. If you're the only undefeated state champion in Louisiana, that means you're the only undefeated team in the entire state of Louisiana. And there's not many years in this state that you can say we were the only undefeated team in any class in the entire season of 2005.
Trustee Landecker has the winning coach, Coach Bradshaw.
Coach Bradshaw, what an exciting end to a perfect season.
Well, it was a perfect season. We know we finished undefeated, and that was our dream, and it's a dream come true for all those people up there in those stands, in the community.
Let me ask you this. How are you going to celebrate your first state title?
I'm going to go feed them a hamburger and love them to death, and, you know, get ready to come back tomorrow.
Congratulations, Coach. Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Tressie. And Coach, congratulations. Bradshaw, the head coach of the Bastrop Rams.
They're not even getting a steak.
No, they're getting a hamburger.
And they coming back tomorrow, watch the film, get ready for next year. They got a jamboree to play in about 9 months.
We're going to take a break, and we'll come back and see all of the awards. And ultimately, we'll see Bastrop get their state championship trophy. Welcome back, everybody, to Independence Stadium. Mitch Small is on the PA for the awards. Down on the gridiron.
State Farm Agent Bruce Monsanto, Breaux. State Farm Agent Blake Willis, West Monroe. And State Farm Agent Ron Bush of Bastrop. Also in midfield, representing the Southern Quality Ford dealers, Mr. Alan Waddell of Gateway Ford, Ponchatoula. The first award Presented by State Farm agent Bruce Monsanto of Breaux Bridge, is the State Farm LHSAA Class 4A runner-up trophy to Breaux Bridge High School. Head coach Mike Moad, principal Mr. Ronnie Dory.
Mike Moad from Breaux Bridge High School, and they had a great season, and certainly a lot to be proud of in 2005.
First Tiger football team to ever play in the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic. Outstanding season for Breaux Bridge. Good senior class, a lot of youth coming back. All the ingredients were there, but they ran into a buzzsaw tonight in the Bastrop Rams. So hard to get here, Dennis.
How about another round of applause for the Breaux Bridge Tigers, your Class 4A state runner-up.
Totally dominated a unbelievably talented Neville football team last week at Neville, and you know, your mom went to school there, buddy. It's tough to win up in Tiger country, and they pulled it off. Shut them out, 16-0.
Two Tigers playing right there at Tiger Stadium, and disappointment on the faces of those young men, but
oh, they'll remember this one.
Season.
You say it all the time. It's a lifetime of memories, and well, you can get a lifetime of memories in a state championship football game. That's for sure.
Presented by State Farm agent Bruce Monsanto, is the Outstanding Player Award for Breaux Bridge High School, as selected by the working media of the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep Classic. Outstanding player for Breaux Bridge, number 84, Chad Johnson.
Well, Chad Johnson, and he put on quite a show, buddy. Mr. Johnson going to be playing on Saturdays, and he can pretty much pick whatever venue he wants to suit it up in.
He's a big one and a good player at Breaux Bridge.
On today, Johnson had 4 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown.
Game ball. The game ball is sponsored by the Southern Quality Ford dealers. Presenting the game ball, Alan and Greg Waddell of Gateway Ford, Ponchatoula. Game ball goes to Ram head coach Brad Bradshaw.
Here comes the smile right here. If I'm a betting man, I'm doing it right here.
Brad Bradshaw, the state champion coach of Bastrop, not yet. The smile I'm talking about, the championship, yes.
The next award.
And it's a good thing I'm not a betting man, because I'd have just lost the deed to the home and the title of the vehicle.
High School, as selected by the working media of the Nokia Sugar Bowl Prep
Hands all
Classic.
business.
Presenting the award, State Farm agent Ron Bush of Bastrop. Outstanding player, number 1, Randall Mackey.
So the sophomore. And, buddy, there hadn't been too many sophomores go home with that award in all the years we've been doing state championship at any level. But Randall Mackey on the day. Mackey, 49 yards rushing to go with 14 of 22 passing.
And the final award.
251 yards through the air, and whoa, that's 300 yards of offense, 2 touchdowns. That's a pretty good day. Well, there's a smile. Does that count?
State Farm agent from West Monroe.
Not yet.
Is the Class 4A LHSAA State Championship Trophy, the Bastrop Rams.
Well, that's the one they've been playing for all year, and nobody got out in front of him either. Is Coach Bradshaw. What a good coach he is at Bastrop, and he has that state championship trophy, and he holds it up, and the Bastrop crowd absolutely goes wild at Independence Stadium. The state champions in Louisiana 4A, the Bastrop Rams.
Congratulations to the Bastrop Rams.
We're going to take a break, and then we'll come back and wrap things up on Cox Sports Television, exclusively on Cox Sports Television. Good to have you all back at Independence Stadium, where the Bastrop Rams have won the 4A state championship. And Bastrop set the tone early as James Brown took the opening kickoff and took it to pay dirt.
89 yards, and they never looked back. They put their first points up, as you mentioned, 12 seconds into the game, and went on from there to win the state championship.
Not a lot of weaknesses on that team. Some fine young men from Bastrop High School, and they will enjoy tonight's game forever. And you can bet that they'll be watching the Cox Sports Television replay in the city of Bastrop.
You can bet they will, and that's a good football team right there. They have run the gamut. They went wire to wire, and Brad Bradshaw takes the trophy, and that's going in the new field house. A beautiful field house it is at Bastrop High School. And there's your smile.
Well, we had a great time in Shreveport this afternoon as the Rams have won the state championship, and we thank you for joining us at Independence Stadium. Catch the rest of the football championships right here on Cox Sports Television. Go to www.coxsportstv.com for the full schedule of football replays, and don't forget to join us again in the spring as we bring you all of the high school basketball championships. Well, for Tracy Lidecker and for my broadcast partner Rob Bushback, I'm Dennis McCain, and once again the final score: the Bastrop Rams 41, the Breaux Bridge Tigers 12. Good night, everybody, from Shreveport.